Arizona State University is responsible for providing reasonable accommodations, as defined under the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 and 2008, as well as the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, to qualified students with disabilities, to ensure courses and course materials are readily accessible. All accommodations provided by the Disability Resource Center, or DRC, are free of charge, and information is kept strictly confidential. DRC offices are located on all 4 campus locations, and accommodations are available to all in-person and online ASU students. Approved accommodations are determined on an individual student and course-by-course basis. This video will provide information regarding registering with the DRC. It will also cover obtaining and using accommodations, as well as filing a grievance when necessary. To begin the registration process, go to the DRC website by typing eoss.asu.edu/DRC into your web browser and click Enter. Then click on the large gold box on the right side of the screen that reads DRC Connect Request Services here. This will open up a new tab where you will see 4 options. Click the second box reading New Student Application. If you are not already signed in to your My ASU account, you will be prompted to enter your ASU Right ID and password. You will then be taken to the online student application. At this point, you will be asked to complete sections for personal information, contact information, address, additional information, and some brief questions. Take a moment to complete the necessary information before selecting Submit Application at the bottom of the page. You will then be directed to a screen with a check mark confirming that your application has been submitted. This screen also provides you the option of submitting documentation, or it is perfectly acceptable to bring your documentation to the intake appointment. You will also receive an email to the email address you provided in the application, confirming that your application was submitted and letting you know of next steps. Within 2 to 3 business days, you will receive an email from a disability access consultant asking that you call the general DRC phone number to arrange an intake appointment. While it is preferable that these appointments occur in person, they can be done over the phone or via teleconference if necessary. During the intake appointment, your diagnoses, symptoms, and needs will be discussed and reviewed. Each student experiences a diagnosis differently, and it is important to understand the academic impact and barriers. Self-disclosure is paramount during this appointment, as it is an interactive process between the consultant and the student, and provides the most recent symptoms experienced. It is recommended but not necessary that you provide the disability access consultant with supporting documentation of the disability at this time. This documentation can come in the form of a doctor's note or other medical paperwork, a statement from another college or university certifying previous accommodation usage, or evidence of a 504 plan or IEP in high school. The Disability Access Consultant can also provide a DRC verification form to be completed by a healthcare professional. When submitting documentation, it is recommended that you fax it to 480-965-0441, upload it to the DRC Connect, or hand deliver it to your Disability Access Consultant. You and the Disability Access Consultant will then discuss what reasonable accommodations can be made available to you that will adequately ensure access in the educational realm. The accommodations can include, but are not limited to, alternative testing, alternative format, deaf and hard of hearing support, blind and visually impaired support, temporary injury accommodations, classroom access accommodations, note-taking, flexible attendance, flexible deadlines, university housing, pregnancy, and emotional support animals. These accommodations are not finite and can be adjusted and revisited throughout the semester based on your needs. It is important to note that the course curriculum of each class is taken into consideration when implementing accommodations. Once eligibility for accommodations has been determined, you will be sent corresponding emails. The first will be an eligibility letter summarizing the accommodations and next steps. Additional emails provide instructions regarding how to effectively set up the accommodations for each class each semester using the DRC Connect, the online database of the DRC. It will be your responsibility to log into the DRC Connect at the beginning of each semester to select which accommodations are needed for each class that semester. To request accommodations, go to the DRC website by typing eoss.asu.edu/DRC into your web browser and click Enter. Then click on the large golden box on the right side of the screen that reads DRC Connect Request Services here. This will open up a new tab where you will see 4 options. Click the first box reading Sign In. If you are not already signed in to your My ASU account, you will be prompted to enter your ASU Right ID and password. You will then be taken to your DRC Connect profile. Once in your profile, scroll down the page to the box labeled Step 1 Select Classes and click the boxes for the classes for which you are requesting accommodations. Once completed, click Step 2 Continue to Customize. This will bring you to a new page where you can select which accommodations are needed for each individual course. The accommodations selected can be individualized per class based on your needs. Be sure to select the box that asks if you would like your letters to be emailed to your instructors. Be sure to submit at the bottom of the page. Your Disability Access Consultant will receive your request, approve your accommodations, and send out the notice to your faculty close to the start of the semester. This notice does not include your symptoms or diagnoses and only seeks to inform the professor that you are registered with the DRC and qualify for accommodations. The letter will then list the accommodations that you have selected for that particular course. It is important to note that while it is helpful for you to be proactive in selecting accommodations at the beginning of each semester, they may be selected at any time throughout the semester. Accommodations, however, are not retroactive. You may then begin using the accommodations. It is advantageous for you to open up a dialogue with each professor about how to best implement the accommodations to their course curriculum, but this is not necessary to utilize DRC services. Although it is beneficial to seek out DRC assistance early each semester, the DRC is very flexible when assisting students. If you wish to register with the DRC late in the semester, you are free to do so. If you are registered with the DRC and wish to add, remove, or alter accommodations at any point in the semester, you only need to communicate your needs to your Disability Access Consultant, and such changes can be discussed and processed. If you feel that you are being discriminated against due to your disability, or feel that your accommodations were not appropriately met, please contact your Disability Access Consultant or the DRC Assistant Director for assistance at 480-965-1234. If you feel that your concern was not addressed appropriately, you may also contact the ASU Office of Equity and Inclusion at 480-965-5057. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to the DRC at drc@asu.edu or 480-965-1234. We look forward to working with you. Go Devils!